We finna tear up some stuff. Somebody else hear echo? Because I hear echo. Somebody cell phone pinging. It might
My
be a
bad.
Josh
I just
out
turned it
there.
off.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Matter of fact, let's just turn cell phones off. All right. Or turn silence them bad boys. But anyway, what we talking about today? We talking about today Valentine's Day exposed. The satanic origins of what? Valentine's Day. You tell Elder them they need to change the battery and they smoke detector too.
Sorry.
But what we talking about? What we got coming up next week? The 14th. Valentine's Day. Everybody gonna be. How many of y'all know somebody, or you done been somewhere where you done seen some Valentine decorations and whatnot? When you go to Walgreens, what you see when you go to Walgreens, bro, Josh?
I haven't been to Walgreens in a little while.
Oh, he ain't been to Walgreens. This brother don't do nothing regular people do.
I'm sorry.
But when you go to Walgreens or Walmart or CVS or any place, you see the decorations all over the place. In Walmart, it's right there as soon as you walk in now. They got sparkling champagne, they got chocolates, they got bunny rabbits, they got cards and everything. But most people, when you ask them why you doing Valentine's Day, first thing they're gonna tell you is it's a Christian holiday and it's all about what? Love. Look at that, a heart with an arrow going through it. Who arrow is that? Anybody know who arrow that probably is? That's Cupid's arrow. But it's a Christian holiday though. But this is what they say. It's a Christian holiday and it's all about love. Josh, what did your Shua say about love?
If you love me, keep my commandments.
Say it again.
If you love me, keep my commandments.
If you love me, keep Valentine's Day. Did it say that, brother Josh?
Keep my commandments.
Who?
My commandments.
My commandments. Because at the end of the day, Valentine's Day is just a tradition. Tradition. So, what does the Bible say about tradition, brother Josh? Get that Colossians 2:6-8. Go ahead, get it.
As ye have heard, therefore receive Messiah Yahusha, the Master, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, which is the word, and established in the faith, the word, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Messiah.
But if you look at Colossians 2:6, it says, as ye have therefore received the Messiah, is when I put in there that he's the word, would I be wrong to put that in parentheses to put the word? When it says to walk in him, if he the word, would it be wrong for me to put the word? Brother Josh, would it be wrong for me to put the word?
No, he's the
So
living
if I
word.
right, it says rooted up and built up in him, the word, and established in the what? Wouldn't that be the word too?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, as ye have been taught, what have we been taught the word?
Yes.
So the thing is, if we're going to keep other traditions, we should be able to see it where? Where should we be able to
Word.
see it, brother Josh?
In the word.
In the word. Read verse 8 again, brother Josh.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments
Is
of the world,
and not after who?
not after Messiah.
Which is who?
The word.
The word. Is Valentine's Day a tradition of men, brother Josh? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Do we find anywhere in the Messiah's word that it is okay to do it, brother Josh?
No, not that I've seen.
No. But we're going to look at the word tradition. The word tradition, and I read this, brother Josh. Tradition is the transmission or customs or beliefs from what? Generation to generation, or the fact of being passed on in this way. It says similar, historical convention, unwritten law, oral history, heritage, because tradition is just men's what? Unwritten laws, men's oral history, men's heritage. It says lore, folklore. It says, I'm skipping down. It says They say a long established custom or belief that has been passed on from one generation to another. Similar, a custom, a practice, a ritual, a ceremony, observance. Do you see what traditions are? All of these things are traditions of men and not traditions of who?
Most High.
The Most High. Down at the bottom, it said theology, a doctrine believed to have divine authority through, though not in scriptures. It's in Christianity, which I don't know what they be talking about. Doctrine not explicit to the Bible, but held to derive from the oral teaching of Yeshua. See, they'll try to tell you that the oral teachings of Yeshua is different from the scriptures. No, he said, if you believe not Moses' writings, how will you what? Believe my words. Again, tradition. It says an inherited, established or customary pattern of thought, action, or behavior, such as a religious practice or a social custom. That's what Valentine's Day is. We're gonna show you actually worshiping another deity, and you are providing him with a temple to dwell in. Because guess what? Cupid, he was a god that didn't have a temple. We're gonna show you that today. The gods like Zeus, Artemis, Diana, they had temples, but Cupid didn't have no temple. But today he do. Who temple he in today? Men that are doing what? Worshiping. Celebrating what? Valentine's Day. We're gonna show you, and brother Ryan, you stretching it. No, I'm gonna show you today. But James tells us, read James 4:4, Brother Josh.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with Elohim? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Elohim.
So is Valentine's Day something that the Most High has ordained, Brother Josh?
No.
He has not ordained it. So if he didn't ordain it, who ordained it? Satan. But by Satan, who? We just read friendship with who?
The world.
The world. So if the Most High didn't ordain it, guess who did? The world ordained it. Y'all get that? But the word friendship is philia. It means affection, fun, it's love. Because it's all about love. And it says the word friend is also philos. It says love, dear, devoted. It says congenial associate, an associate. If you want to be an associate with the world, you are an enemy to who?
Most High.
The Most High. Did I make them words up? No, I did not. It says, and the word enemy is ekthra. Ekthra. It says enmity, discord. You are in a feud with the Most High. If you celebrating stuff he hasn't ordained, you are in a feud with him. It says hostility. It says hatred. You hate the Most High. Josh, get that 1 John 2:15 through 17.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lusts, passions, and desires of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And
it's
the world of the world.
Is of who? Is of who?
The world.
Okay, finish that up.
And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Elohim abideth forever.
He lives forever. But as we say, it said the lust of the flesh. But I put passions and what? Desire. I spelled one desires wrong. I put passions desires. But one of them spelled wrong. But it said the lust is passions or the desires of the flesh. Our flesh loves Valentine's Day, don't it? Women get upset when they man don't buy them nothing for Valentine's Day, don't they? Auntie, have you ever had a man in your life and he didn't get you nothing for Valentine's Day and you was mad at him? They knew not. Oh, she said no. They knew. Auntie said they knew not. We're going to have to give you a mic. Auntie said they knew not on Valentine's Day not to have nothing for her. My wife, when we got married, before we got married and we was dating and stuff, I brought you stuff for Valentine's Day, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Would you have been mad if I didn't get you nothing? She always got to go contrary. For the sake of the message, just say, yeah, for the sake of the message. Yeah, no, I don't know. I ain't never really looked at it like, yeah. I'm going to whoop her when we get home. But women would get mad. If you didn't get nothing for your sugar booger, she was going to be mad. Madison, your boyfriends, when you mad, they ain't get you nothing for Valentine's Day, weren't you? Yeah. But we're going to look up, you said you can't change lust into passions and desires. The word lust in the Greek is epithumia. It says irregular or violent desire. And it can also mean an impure desire. The object of desire. Desire. It says a longing for, especially for what is forbidden. That's what we want. We long for things that are forbidden. Did Eve long for something that was forbidden? She did. The lust of her passion, her desires for whatever that fruit was, she wanted it. I must have it. Most High said, no, you don't need it and you don't want it. She said, yes, I do. Fruit. I bet it's so delicious. I done already tasted these fruit and they are wonderful. Why is he keeping that one from us? That's the same doing the Most High. I have several feast days and they're all wonderful. But we look and say, we don't want those. We want those. I want Christmas. I want Easter. I want Valentine's Day. That's what we do. We don't want his. We want somebody else's. But you still say, well, Brother Ronnie, that word doesn't say passion right there. It does say desire, though, don't it? I changed one word I changed lust to desires, but it don't. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna look up in the regular man dictionary. What is passion? The word passion, it is, look at all these words for it. It says love, desire, sexual love, lust. So Brother Ronnie can change it, can't it? But so I'm gonna give you a key to some signs to know if something is pagan or not. It may necessarily be everything on this list I'm going to show you, but a lot of times, if it matches any of these things, it's not Yah centered. It's not the Most High centered. Is Valentine's Day the Most High centered? No. Who is it centered after? Your love, your object of extreme devotion, your boo thing. What we used to call it back in the day? What they used to call your boo? Do they still say that today? Boo. Well, I guess we're gonna always be it then, huh? My boo thing or my bow. You know, women you say you go get your bow. But if it involves Sunday, but Valentine's Day don't involve Sunday, but it has ancient gods or goddess roots. That's one way to find out. If it's done what? Josh, what number 4 say, Josh?
Worldwide.
It's done worldwide or what?
Majority is doing it.
If the majority is doing, that's how you know it might be. What else, Josh? Number 5.
Gifts, offerings, and eating.
Do we do that for these? Don't you, who office or jobs always have some kind of Valentine's lunch? Mine do. Every year. One year they were trying to make me go in there. Now, if I had a went in there and ate, it ain't that to me. The Most High just say it's just food. But the thing is, this the lady, she said, oh, Coach, you better get in there and get you something to eat. I said, no, I brought my own lunch. I ate I ate already. I said, I ate already. Oh, they just got a spread. They got this, they got that. And they just going in there. I said, no, thanks. I don't want any. And then she just kept pushing. I said, look, I don't celebrate that satanic mess. And then, I had to apologize to her later. She was like, oh. But I was trying to let her down what? Easy. Like, look, hey, no, I don't, no thanks. But what's the next one, Josh?
Birthdays, deaths involved.
Birthdays and deaths are involved. Okay. And what's the last one?
Merchants, heavily involved.
Merchants heavily involved. And Auntie just said everybody want to be took out what? Yeah. And my wife used to say this to some people. She said that our anniversary and Valentine's Day was a chance to get a free meal out of me. You remember you used to say that? That was she used to say, the chance to get a free meal out, a chance to get me in front of her. You got my attention. Now you wanted it, now you got it. But look at this. Remember, we showed this in the Mother's Day class about the all of these holidays and the money that they make. The merchants, 22 Easter, 22 billion. St. Patrick, this is the old one. I updated it. Let's go to it. So, but what Valentine's Day say? 26 billion. It's still 26 billion for Valentine's Day, but I want to show you the ones in yellow that has changed. Halloween has gone up to 12.2 billion. It was 10.6 billion. Thanksgiving has gone up from 5.6 billion to 33.6 billion. Christmas went from 886 billion to 1.2 trillion. Merchants of the earth, they waxing rich with these things, ain't they? Let's keep it pushing. Who celebrates Valentine's Day? And guess who always, when we did the pornography class, who was number one? Who number one according to this chart, Brother Josh?
Say United States.
United States. Why do we lead in everything? But anyway, let's go to Jeremiah, because what Jeremiah tell us to do, Josh? Read Jeremiah 10, 1-3.
Hear ye the words which Yahuwah speaketh unto you, O house of Yisrael. Thus saith Yahuwah, learn not the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heaven are dismayed at them, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the works of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
All right, now you say, but you use that same thing for Christmas too, Brother Ronnie. Well, I can use it for this too, because verse 2 tells me not to do what, Josh?
Learn the ways of the heathen.
Learn the ways of the heathen, of the Gentiles, of the nations, or the world. Thus saith who, Josh?
Yahuwah.
Thus saith Barack Obama.
Yahuwah.
Thus saith Donald Trump.
Yahuwah.
Thus saith Brother Ronnie.
Yahuwah.
I'm trying to tell you. Let's go to don't learn their ways, but that's what we do. Yeah, the bathroom keys over there, guys. And don't lock them in the bathroom, please. Pikachu, don't do it. And here with Pikachu on her head in the tabernacle. That's a Pokemon. That means pocket devil, pocket demon. Oh, y'all know Brother Ronnie know all that stuff, don't it? Am I right? Am I right? Wonder why we got some demons running around here. And do y'all know these Pokemon cards are the craze? It's man, if I open up a Pokemon card store, I'd be a millionaire. Woo! I'd be watching it on YouTube, because I was used to be into video games, card collecting, and all that. I always wanted to open my own store, Might do a video game store one day, most high bless. Who knows? It'll be called Sabbath Games. We ain't open on the Shabbat. Y'all got to come to us Sunday through Friday. But go ahead, Josh. Read that Isaiah 58 and 1-2.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinances of their Elohim. They ask of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to Elohim.
So the thing is, Isaiah said, cry aloud, Jeremiah. Whatever is wrong, you tell them. Show them what they're doing is wrong. Because guess what a lot of people do? They get mad at you for telling them. I'm telling you right, you get mad at me, you old nincompoop. You always no, the Most High commanded his watchmen to cry aloud and show his people their transgressions. He said they seek me. We got Christians everywhere. They seeking him daily, ain't they? They delight to know his ways, but they don't do nothing he say. What's his ways in Psalm 103 and 7, Josh?
He made known his ways unto Moses, his actions to the children of Israel.
Did he change his ways, brother?
No.
He does not. He don't change his ways. See, Christians got you thinking he got a whole new set of ways. But I thought you said he was the same yesterday, today, and forever. How he gonna have a whole new set of ways? But that, you know what they say, when you tell them what Valentine's Day really is, that ain't what it mean to me. And don't they say that, Josh?
Yeah, I hear that one.
Ain't what that may be true, but that's not what it means to me. To you, because in Judges, we ain't gonna read this. That's what the Israel did. When there wasn't no king, every man did what was right in their own eyes, what they thought. Well, I don't see nothing wrong with it. All right. Let's go to Proverbs 14:2. It might not seem right, but read that, Josh.
There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
The end thereof is the what?
Ways of death.
And we know that the wages of sin is what?
Death.
So things that we like to get involved in may seem right. Do you know to Eve that food seemed right to her? That seemed right. Matter of fact, let's go and look. It's because she said when she looked and saw that it was good for food, she ate. Hold on. That seemed for her to eat it. It must have seemed what? Right. To her. Let's go to, I'm gonna read this, Josh. It says, Genesis 3:6, it says, so when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, that's called the lust of the eyes, the passion of the eyes, the desires of the eyes. And a tree desirable to make the tree desirable. What did we say lust was? Desire. Desirable to make one wise. She took of his fruit and she ate. It seemed right to her, but the end thereof was death. Was it death to them? Yes, it was death to them. She ate and it was death to them. What she thought was right was wrong. When she ate, they end up dying, didn't they? Get that Jeremiah 17:9. Because our heart will lead us to a whole lot of stuff. Read that, Josh.
The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Who is what, brother Josh?
Desperately wicked.
Desperate. You ever seen a desperate man? That thirsty, knocking everybody over. He see it ain't even no water over there. It's a mirage, but he'll knock you out the water. Water, get out the way. You move. And then he dive into it. He just died into some old dry dust. That heart is like that. It makes you think that's and matter of fact, what's the main symbol of Valentine's Day? Hearts. They don't get this. Read verse 10, Josh.
I, Yahuwah, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings.
And according, whatever you do, you better make sure your ways match what? His ways. Because why? We got to get out of this stuff. Why? What does it say at the top in yellow, brother Josh?
Behold, I come quickly.
We ain't gonna even read all this. All of them verses that you see up there say, behold, I come quickly. He coming back quick, fast, and in a hurry. You got, well, it been 2,000 years. Quickly in the Greek is taki or taku. It means quickly, lightly, quickly, speedily, without delay. It also means at the bottom, without delay, soon, or by surprise. He gonna catch you and by surprise on Valentine's Day at your sweetheart balls in church. The church that I used to go to, we used to have a sweetheart ball every year for Valentine's Day. And then one Wednesday night, no, we used to have Thursday night Bible study. One Thursday night Bible study, he came in, he said, what do y'all know about? And I believe that he got wind of that there was pagan. So he said, what do y'all know about Valentine's Day? Everybody was like, well, just a day of love. He said, all right, I want everybody to do a homework assignment, look up the origins of Valentine's Day next week. Look it up next week, and we're going to talk about it next week. Next week come, everybody brought in. Everybody's was about St. Valentine's, the Christianized version. Everybody's except who? Ronnie. Brother Ronnie. And then I was celebrating stuff like that. I was celebrating stuff like, but I said, why would I be the only one that came over? It said something about folks dipping stuff in blood and swapping partners and all that kind of stuff. He said, yep, I read that too. He said, so he was like, so you need to know both versions. But long story short, we never had another sweetheart ball after that. See, he did it in a slick way where the money wouldn't leave out the room. You know what I'm saying? Well, the money, what we want a sweetheart ball. These men don't realize these people already hold you up on a high pedestal, don't they? They hold you up. And the fact, if you say that this wrong, they'll hold that with high esteem because they say you they man of y'all. Just tell the truth, shame the devil. Let's go to Galatians. Let's go, bro. Josh, get that. Because we on our way to something.
Wherefore thou art no more a servant.
What's that mean?
A sinner.
Go ahead.
A son, obedient. If a son, then an heir of Elohim through Messiah. Howbeit then, when ye knew not Elohim, ye did service.
They were unholy priests. We're supposed to be holy priests. These Galatians, they were the ancient Gaulish people. See, Christians will tell you that they were starting to do Jewish days. But keep reading, Josh.
Unto them which by nature are no Elohims. But now, after that ye know Elohim, or rather are known of Elohim, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto you desire again to be in bondage? Ye observe days.
That's like Christmas, Easter. No, it's the whole world observing all these days we have in there.
Just about.
Do the whole world observe Passover? Josh?
No, they don't even know what that is.
Do they observe Feast of Trumpets?
Not that I know of.
Do they observe first fruits?
Not that I know.
No, they don't observe none of those. But in these parentheses, they observe all of these, don't they? But what Paul say in verse 11?
I am afraid of you, least I bestowed upon you labor in vain.
He said, I done did all this stuff to get you guys back, to win, not get you back, but win you over to the Most High. Now you done turn back to the weak and beggarly elements. See, Christians will make you think these are feast days. No, they're not. When when Paul got them to doing what they're supposed to do, they turned back to the weak and beggarly elements when they did know the Most High. So when they didn't know the Most High, they were doing his feast days. No, that's dumb and stupid, ain't it? But they were unholy priests. But it tells us that we should be what? Read verse 2, Brother Josh. In Leviticus 19.
Speaking to all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, ye shall be holy, for I am Yahuwah your Elohim, am holy.
Keep reading.
Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father, and keep my Sabbaths. I am Yahuwah your Elohim.
Keep who Sabbaths?
My Sabbaths.
His Sabbaths are his feast days. We ain't doing none of them, are we? Who feast days are we keeping, Josh?
The world.
We keeping the world's feast days. Read verse 30. We skipping to verse 30. Read that.
Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am Yahuwah.
You should keep who Sabbaths?
His Sabbaths.
And reverence who?
His sanctuary.
His sanctuary. But he said in verse 2, ye shall be holy, for I am holy. You can see, and we ain't going to read this, but you can see that same thing in Leviticus 11:44, Leviticus 27, Leviticus 20:26, 1 Peter 1:15, and 1 Peter 1:16. Because when Peter was quoting this, he was quoting Leviticus. In the New Testament, he's still quoting something that's done away with. How make that make sense, Auntie? It don't. But we're not going to read this. These are his feasts right there. What he call them in verse 2 in capital letters, Josh?
My feast.
My feast. 6 days, Josh, read verse 3. That's the only one we're going to read.
6 days shall work be done, but the 7 days the Sabbath of rest, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahuwah in all your dwellings.
Some of your dwellings.
All your dwellings.
Wherever you live, you supposed to be keeping the Shabbat. On the way here, cars everywhere. I said, they must be coming to Shabbat service with us. Because there was so much traffic out there. I said, they coming to Sabbath service with us. I look up, they ain't here. Are you Catholic? What's most people's answer gonna be, Josh?
No.
No, I ain't Catholic. No, I ain't Catholic. No, I ain't Catholic. But most people don't. I have never met anyone when I asked them what is the definition of Catholic. None of them ever can get it out. I don't know the church. No, I said no. What's the definition of the word Catholic? No one ever knows. The word Catholic means it's an adjective. It means including a wide variety of things, all embracing. It says diverse, diversify, wide, broad base. I'm just gonna read I'm gonna read that. Liberal. Well, what party is liberals in this country? They had a vote on. I meant to put that in here. They had a vote on transgender men. Donald Trump said they can't compete in women's sports no more. I agree with that. They got an advantage, don't they? A huge advantage. But they showed the House votes. Every Democrat except two. Auntie got it. She got it for me. Can I make that bigger? I don't know if y'all can see that. I sent this to Auntie. I sent this to her. But I don't know if y'all can see that. But the Republicans, all of them said, yeah, we need that law. And Democrats, everybody said no except two. They said let these trans people let them compete with the women. I wouldn't even feel right winning. That's like me going against these little children in here, and we're in the Olympics for the 100-yard dash, and I'm racing them. Can't none of them beat me. That's like me racing Josh. He can't beat me. What'd you say? No, I ain't got it backwards. We can race across this room if you want to. But no, I'm just joking. Josh probably can beat me now. I'm 44 now. But when I was probably like 30 and him now, he wouldn't be able to beat me. He wouldn't be able to beat me. In my prime. In my prime. But what does it mean? It means, but liberal. These folks is liberal. That should tell you should not be voting for these people. You should not be. Anybody that tell you that it's okay to go against what the Most High say, you should never vote for them no time in your life. But us black people, we enamored with Democrats. You do know they the one that invented the KKK, don't you? Yeah, okay, all right, okay. But anyway, it means tolerant, flexible. It means universal. All inclusive, limit, and the opposite would be limited or narrow. I'm trying to tell y'all, you Catholic. If you keeping these holidays, you are Catholic. What that say, Josh?
Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Auntie, would it be okay if I said enter ye in at the narrow way, for Catholic is the gate and Catholic is the way that leadeth to destruction?
Yes.
It means the same thing.
Yes.
I can put Catholic in there if I wanted to. They mean the same thing. We're going to go to the book of Jasher real quick. Not going to be there long. We're going to show you the original Antichrist. The original Antichrist. Read that, Josh. And when you read, Brother Josh, I want you to read what's in parentheses as well. Go ahead.
Okay. And Nimrod, the Antichrist, dwelt in Shinar, which is Babylon, and reigned securely, and he fought with his enemies, and he subdued them, and he prospered in all his battles, and his kingdom became very great. And all the nations and tongues heard of his fame, and they gathered themselves to him, and they bowed down to the earth, and they brought him offerings, and he became their Lord and King.
Stop right there, brother Josh. Don't that sound like what Yeshua gonna do? It sounds exactly like what he gonna do. But we all know Nimrod is wicked. So wouldn't that by default make him an antichrist? Brother Josh, would that make him an antichrist?
Yes.
It will make him an antichrist because Yeshua gonna come doing out. Matter of fact, Nimrod thought he was the second Adam. He had his clothes. We ain't gonna read that, but you can read where he stole Adam's clothes. Him and his wife, Semiramis, they wanted to be the new Adam and the new Eve. That's what they wanted to be. But pick it back up, Josh.
And they all dwelt with him in the city at Shinar, which is Babylon, and Nimrod, the Antichrist, reigned in the earth over all the sons of Noah, and they were all under his power and counsel. And all the earth was of one tongue and words of union. But Nimrod, the Antichrist, did not go in the ways of Yahuwah. He was more wicked than all the men that were before him, from the days of the flood until those days. And he made Elohims of wood and stone, and he bowed down to them, and he rebelled against Yahuwah, and taught all his subjects, the people of the earth, his wicked ways.
And that's what we still have to this day. To this day. And we always have that white man. No, Nimrod was black. But as time went on, guess what? Them other nations conquered. And they everything that he had set up, they took in and they did all that stuff. But Nimrod is basically Baal. He is the image of Satan. We can't see the devil, can we? No. But we can see his people, can't we? But the word Baal, what does it mean, Josh? I'll read it. It says it means Lord. Not these that you see over here, capital Lord, which is Yahuwah and Adonai and Adon. Not the same word. So if you see Lord in the Bible, you will know when you see when you look up Baal, then you will see it. Some people, they're not the same thing. All right. But let's go to Shinar. What is it, Josh? What did it say in yellow?
Babylon.
So when I put it in parentheses, was I wrong to put it in parentheses?
No.
Still, and I heard you talking about everybody can dream. Bruh, you don't know. You don't know. They used to call me Runny Bunny. Runny Bunny because I was fast. You hear me? That ain't why they call me. They just call me because it rhymed. But I was fast as a jackrabbit. You hear me? Me and Josh, we gonna have to race. We gonna tape it too. Me and you racing. You're gonna win, but we just want to see by how much you win by. So I'm 44, you 24, and when you only beat me by that much, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, when he was 30, he would have got you." Yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna set that up next time you come to Memphis. All right, but we ain't gonna look at it. We already told y'all the story of Nimrod and Raphael. We know Nimrod means we shall rebel. But here we go. We see him. Who in yellow in verse 8, Josh? Genesis 10 and 8.
Nimrod.
What verse 9 say?
He was a mighty hunter before, which is against Yahuwah. Wherefore it said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before Yahuwah.
What did they used to hunt with, Brother Josh, back in them days?
I'm assuming the arrow and the
bow and arrow. They wasn't hunting cows with swords. What it? Come here, cow. No, they use bow and arrows. What does Cupid carry, Brother Josh?
He got that bow and that arrow, that stick.
He got that bow and that arrow. You just keep that in mind. But all of these places, but it said he was a mighty hunter. What? Yes. Read that, Josh, verse 9.
Against.
He was against Yahuwah. And what did it say? Read the rest of that verse.
Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter, before or against Yahuwah.
And then we see Babel, Erech, Akkad, Calneh, and Shinar. All of these places that Nimrod built those places. So when Nimrod is dead and Semiramis is queen over it, who the heck would have to be the king, Auntie? If Nimrod created these places, Babel, Erech, Akkad, Calneh, and Shinar, and then later on you see that Semiramis, his wife, was queen over it. He dead. She the queen. Who the heck was the king? It had to be Nimrod was. He created all of this stuff. But these words, Babel, Erech, Calneh, is all Babylon. And the only one that is not Babylon is Calneh, which is the Assyrian Empire. And Semiramis was the queen of Assyria. Look it up. But that word before is Pauline. What does that say in the circle in red, Josh?
Against.
Against. Who?
Against.
Against. Just like here, you can see the same word, Paunim, here. Joshua said to read that, Josh. Read Joshua 5:1-5, Josh.
There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee.
That same verse in Joshua 1:5 in the NIV version, what does stand before thee mean in the NIV version?
To stand against.
To stand against. Nimrod was against the Most High. All you gotta do is look up his word, Nimrod, in the Hebrew, and it said, what's the first word it say, Brother Josh?
Rebellion.
Rebellion. He was against the Most High. What kingdom did he establish, Josh?
He established an empire in the area of Babylon and at Assyria.
So if he established it and he dead, and the woman who now take over was the queen, who is now she ruling, but he was her what? Her king and her husband. But later on, she made up this whole elaborate story that he was that she was impregnated by the ray. He became the sun god, and she was impregnated by his ray. And now that son Tammuz is him reincarnated. Some wicked stuff, man. But let's go. We ain't gonna read all this, but we just know that Baal worship was rampant in the Old Testament that people don't know about. So Baal ain't nothing but Satan, but Nimrod was his image. Just like the Most High, Yahuwah, he is the supreme being, but who is his image? His son. Yes, Yahusha. We are gonna read Judges 2:13. Go ahead and read that, Josh. So we gotta get moving. Let's go.
They forsook Yahuwah and served Baal, aka Nimrod, and Asheroth, the queen of heaven.
1 Samuel 7:4.
Then the children of Israel did put away Balaam, aka Nimrod, and Asheroth, aka Semiramis, and serve Yahuwah only.
That's what he wants us to get back to. See, we done picked it back up. That's what he wants us to get back to. Read Romans 11:4, Josh.
But what saith the answer of Elohim unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image, aka Nimrod, of Baal, aka Satan.
It was millions of Israelites, and how many didn't bow, Josh?
7,000 men.
Millions of Israelites and only 7,000. It's a few. It's always going to be a small remnant. We got all these Christians think they going into the kingdom. You are not. No, ma'am. No, sir. You are not.
Nada.
I got that from Braxton on Jamie Foxx when Mr. Cooper was hanging with Mr. Cooper was on there, Sergeant Easy. He said, you a sissy man, ain't you, boy? Ain't you, boy? You looking at me, boy? Ain't you? You sorry? You want some of Sergeant Easy, don't you? He said, no, sir. He said, you want me, don't you? No, sir, I will not. That's how we got to be to Baal and all these. And we got to say, no, sir, we will not. Mm-hmm. At the end, he passed, and he said, Braxton got an 80 something. He said, this is an outrage. He said, an outrage. Boy, you want to know what an outrage is? Your breath is an outrage, boy. He said, you need to suck on some mint leaves. You need to Clorox your mouth, boy. My son and daughter back there cracking up. He said, your breath an outrage. Some folks' breath is an outrage, ain't it? Make your nose do this. You know how in the cartoons a little smell come to your nose and you go, But these are places you can see Nimrod and the Queen of Heaven in your Bible. We're not going to read this. We're not going to read this at all. But these are references you can take your family members to. But who is Semiramis? The answer is Semiramis is the English transliteration of the Greek translation of the name of a famous queen of where, Josh?
Asherah.
Who?
Assyria.
Assyria. She was the famous queen of Assyria. But who did we read created Assyria, Brother Josh?
Nimrod.
Folks don't put this stuff together. So let's get to this Valentine's Day. What everybody want? They want some romance, don't they? They want their man to be what? Romantic, don't they? They want him to put rose petals all over the room. They want him to put candles candles everywhere, music playing. They get that from TV, don't they? Music playing. But what word do you see in romance and romantic? Roman. It's come from Rome. Got the radio playing by the bathtub, and the radio fall in. They find both of y'all the next morning butt naked in the tub, electrocuted to death because you wanted some romance.
Electric love.
Josh said electric love. Want rose petals? They find you done fell to the bottom of the steps because you slipped on some slippery rose petals with your head bust wide open because you wanted some romance. You want some Roman mans. Ain't that what women want? Romance. They want the wrong things, don't they? They want the wrong stuff. He said he never came up with that. Now, some people might be, now, wait a minute, Brother Ronnie. That ain't right. You just can't, just because one word is in another word, that don't mean nothing. AI, go ahead and tell us. I asked AI, does the word romantic come from Rome? What did AI say? Josh,
Yes.
what did he say? He said, yes. The word romantic comes from Rome. It comes from the old French word romance, which refers to the Romance language, such as French, Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese. All of them places which is over there in the eastern parts of the world. And these languages developed from Latin, which the Romans spake. The Catholic Pope, they said Latin is the heavenly language, is the language that the Most High wants us to speak, really. Did I make it up? No. Explanation. The word romance comes from the vulgar Latin. You know, the Latin Vulgate, like St. Jerome, what he did. In the adverb, I didn't make this up, but let's look at the word romantic. What does it mean? Amorous. We want our men to be like Pepe Le Pew. I will take you to the island of love. Y'all remember Pepe Le Pew? From the Looney Tunes, that skunk, and all of that. Pepe Le Pew. I will take you to the island of love. That cat, he used to be in love with the cat. The cat would walk in some white paint would fall on his back and make him think he was a skunk too. So he was trying to get it all the time. So the cat was always running away from Pepe Le Pew. But it says amorous, intimate, passionate. They want that passion, don't they? I want that passion. See, the Most High wasn't passionate enough for Israel. They wanted what the other gods, the other nations, they wanted that. It said lovey-dovey. Romantic come from the Rome, and they always said, you know, come voulez-vous? Mes chéris amour. I just love it when the Frenchmen talk to me. They like it sound good. Spanish sound good. You know, when the women go, I got my mommy going, hey, papi, Dun, 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 dun. You know, we get happy when a woman calls us Poppy. Huh? But no. Those are the romance languages. All of that come from them, Auntie. You see what I'm saying? That's what they want. They want their romance. Hey, Poppy. Sound good when a Hispanic woman. I dated a Hispanic woman briefly before my wife. Briefly. You got a Poppy. Ooh, that sounded so good. Ooh, that sounds good. Big Poppy. I like it when you call me Big Poppy. That's what we want. We want that stuff that feel good. But it says fairy. Look at it. Similar. Idyllic, picturesque, fairy tale. These folks want fairy tales, man. A prince in shining armor. The Most High said, just do what I say. He ain't making it all. Ooh, baby, come over here and do what I say. Yeah, that's what they want. Look down at the bottom. Don Quixote. Who? But now, before I go to the next picture, the next slide, Josh, what color embodies Valentine's Day the most? What would you think it would be?
Red.
Huh?
Red.
So we're gonna go to AI. You see, I got AI. What is the color that is most associated with Valentine's Day? Brother Ronnie, red is considered, you know how that robot voice? Red is considered the color for Valentine's Day because it is widely associated with what? Love, passion, desire. Largely due to its connection to the color of the heart and blood, which is the parts we said the Most High want the most. You remember last week? Yeah, he wants those intimate parts. We don't want to give it to him. We want to give it to Cupid, though. It says, symbolizing the intensity of romantic feeling, the red rose is also a key symbol of love, further solidifying this association. Key points about red and Valentine's Day. Red represents strong emotions like passions and desire. They might well just say lust. Might well just throw that on in there. It making it a fitting color for expressing romantic love. Historical connection. The red rose, often given on Valentine's Day, is linked to who? The Roman goddess of love, who? Venus. And when you look up the word Lucifer in Isaiah, it'll tell you the day star, the morning star, Venus. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. Over time, red became deeply ingrained in Western culture as the color of love, leading to its widespread use on Valentine's Day. Women, I hate my man. I don't like him. And why? He's not romantic enough. He's not spontaneous. Okay, do he do stuff around the house? Yeah. Do he pay the house note? Yeah. Do he give you money? Yeah. But I don't like that. I want some They want thug love, don't they? No, I didn't wear that on purpose. No, it just happened to be clean, my good brother. Yeah, they say all roads. They do say all roads lead to Rome, serving of Yahuwah. But let's go to Veto.com. What are the Valentine's Day colors? What did it say, Josh?
Red and white.
Read that red. I said read that red. Read that and underline in red, brother Josh.
Red is the color of passion, making it the perfect color for lovers.
For who?
Lovers.
Keep reading.
During the festival, you want me to read all of it? Just
red. Keep reading, yeah.
The red color is associated.
Yeah, that.
With a lot of emotions, anger, aggression, intensity, love, passion are some of the most common emotions that are linked to red shade.
Look at that. You know, that's why they be scratching and clawing, like my Uncle Wendell used to say. Yeah, you scratching and clawing? We said scratching and clawing? Yeah, scratching and clawing. You and your woman, you scratching and clawing? I said, no, we ain't scratching and clawing. How you get them children in? Scratching and clawing. You ever heard him, Uncle William, say scratching and clawing? Y'all ain't never heard that? Oh, okay. But keep reading, though, Josh.
There is also a history behind red color and why it is one of the shades used as Valentine's Day colors. During the festival of Luper's color,
Lupercalia.
Lupercalia, an ancient pagan festival in Rome. The blood of sacrificed animals was associated with fertility. Later, the name of the saint associated with Valentine's Day holiday also has a connection to blood because Saint Valentine was beheaded.
Keep reading.
Greek mythology, anyway, has a different story for the red shade. Upright. Oh, ooh, man. How they say
Aphrodite.
that? Aphrodite,
Aphrodite.
the goodness
Yes.
of love.
The goddess. The goddess.
The goddess of love was in love with Adonis, a mortal, when he was dying. Aphrodite rushed to him and in the haste stomped on
All
a
right.
white rose.
Yeah, we're gonna stop it right there. But I wanted you to see that other gods, Aphrodite and Adonis, those are other gods associated with Valentine's Day. Let's go back to remember what we said. Remember what we said. One of the telltale signs is it has ancient gods and goddess roots, didn't we? Did we? So right here, so far, do we see it? Do you see it? What'd you say?
Yes.
Death involved.
Death was involved. Yes. Read under white, starting at Lupercalia, Brother Josh.
The Lupercalia festival's dominant color was red, and blood was placed on the forehead of the priests present there. It was removed using a piece of wool soaked in milk. This festival of fertility was celebrated on February 15th when male goats and a dog was sacrificed by Luperca, a Roman priesthood.
Who?
A Roman priesthood.
Roman. You want your romance, don't you? See, they say, well, that's say February 15th. The Catholic Pope changed it to the 14th to Christianize it. You see what I'm saying? They just mix stuff together. But anyway, let's keep it pushing. This is from Scout and Molly's. What does it say? The colors of Valentine's Day? Read that, Josh.
Have you ever thought why red, pink, and white are the colors for Valentine's Day? Red means love, symbolic of the heart, and the rose was the favorite flower of Venus, the Roman goddess of love.
Skip to the yellow. Skip to the yellow.
Red is usually
right.
reserved for romantic, intimate relationships, and pink.
All right, stop right there. Stop right there. Go down to some say.
Some say the icon of Valentine's Day is Cupid.
Keep reading.
A flying creature that shoots people with his bow and arrow, making them instantly fall in love.
All right, stop right there. But the thing is, we are in love with these days that go back to who? Nimrod, who was a great hunter, and he was shooting folks he was shooting them animals in his prey with arrows. Today we his prey. He shoots us with these arrows, and we fall in love with all of his holidays, don't we? We can't not do them. Everybody want to do Christmas. You see how much money they make? It went up to the trillions. Every last one of them make millions and billions of dollars, don't they? But go to the red A celebration, Brother Josh.
A celebration of Saint Valentine, who fought for love. Valentine was jailed for continuing to secretly marry young lovers.
Go keep reading.
Defying the Roman Empire of the 3rd century that assisted single men made better soldiers. For this was his sentence to death and later name for the holiday, celebrating lovers.
So what the Christians say is that Valentine's Day is all about Saint Valentine's. The emperor wanted the soldiers. He forbid the men to marry because he wanted them to just be hard soldiers. But Saint Valentine secretly married them against the emperor's order. So that's what Christians say. See, that's what we do. We gonna just keep in the lesson, you'll see. But red in the Bible represents Edom, Esau, the wicked one, sin, transgression of the law, Satan, and the red dragon. Sin. Valentine's Day, let's go to Wikipedia. Brother Josh, read that Valentine's Day Wikipedia.
It's is celebrated annually on February 14th. It originated as a Christian feast day honoring a martyr named Valentine, and through
Keep
later
reading.
folk traditions, it has also become a significant culture, religious, and commercial celebration of romance and love in many regions of the world.
Hmm. Now I want you to go to according in red, underline in red, the next paragraph.
According to an early tradition, Saint Valentine restored sight to the blind daughter of his jailer. Numerous later additions to the legend have better related it to the theme of love.
Mm. We're gonna skip down. Let me see. Let's skip down to the 8th century. The eighth
The eighth
century Galatian sacramentary.
the 8th century Galatian sacramentary recorded the celebration of the feast of Saint Valentine on February 14th. The day became associated with romantic love in the 14th and 15th centuries.
Keep reading.
When notions of courtly love flourished, apparently by association with the lovebirds of early spring in the 18th century England, it grew into an occasion for couples to express their love for each other by presenting flowers, offerings, confectionaries.
That just mean cookies and good goodies and stuff like that.
Okay.
And keep going.
And sending greeting cards known as Valentines. Valentine's Day symbols that are used today include the heart-shaped outline, doves, and the figure of winged Cupid.
The figure. Now this is a Christian holiday, but why we got a picture of the winged Cupid though? Keep reading.
In the 19th century, handmade cards gave way to mass-produced greetings. In Italy, St. Valentine's key are given to lovers as a romantic symbol and an invitation to unlock the giver's heart, as well as to the children to ward off epilepsy.
Epilepsy. What?
Epilepsy. Okay.
I just thought that I was like, what they got to do with anything? But let's keep on reading. Go ahead.
According to the legend, in order to remind these of their vows and God's love, Saint Valentine is said to have cut hearts from parchment, giving them to soldiers and persecuted Christians as possible origin widespread use of hearts on Saint Valentine's Day.
Keep reading.
Saint Valentine supposed wore a purple amethyst ring, customary worn on the hands of Christian bishops, with an image of Cupid engraved in it.
An image of who? Cupid. This is a Christian holiday, though. Now, let's get to the possible ancient origins. Come on, get there, Josh.
All right. The feast of Saint Valentine originated in Christendom and
That
has
means
been
Christianity. That means Christianity.
and has been marked by the Church of Christendom in honor of one of the Christian martyrs named Valentine.
All right, stop right there. But what did it say on what? When you first started out, I said on the who?
Birthday.
Whoa. What was one of the ways to know if something is pagan? What was it? What does it say? Number 6, what did it say, Josh?
Birthdays or deaths involved.
So who birthday is Valentine's Day supposedly for?
Saint Valentine.
Saint Valentine. Did he die too?
Yeah, he got stepped on.
Yeah, they beheaded that dude, right? For going against the emperor, right? So let's go back. Let's go back to the ancient. And we're not gonna read all of this, but go to in ancient Rome in yellow. Go.
In ancient Rome, Lupercalia was observed February 13th, 15th on behalf of Pan and
Juno.
Began gods of love,
Pagan gods of love, marriage and fertility. That's what this stuff is. Now, I'm an honest scholar. Brother Ronnie is an honest scholar. I wouldn't just chop that paragraph off. So this theologian minister named Bruce Forbes wrote that wrote that no evidence has been demonstrated to link Saint Valentine's Day and the rites of the ancient Roman purification festival of Lupercalia, despite claims by many authors to the contrary. So this dude named Bruce Force ain't no evidence. We ain't been doing nothing but showing you evidence all the time, ain't we? Was it a lie? Did Brother Ronnie tell you a lie that romance and romantic comes from Roman? I didn't lie, did I? Tell me what I lied about.
Nothing yet.
Down it says Alban, but I'll read this, Josh. Alban Butler, in the lives of the fathers, martyrs, and other principal saints, claimed without proof that boys and girls on Lupercalia drew names from a jar to make couples, that modern Valentine's Day originated from this custom. In reality, this practice originated in the Middle Ages with no link to Lupercalia. Again, it says Alban Butler is saying this. Ain't nobody else saying this. Ain't nobody saying it up top except Bruce Forbes and Alban Butler. You want to know why? Because they just want to do what? Celebrate what? Valentine's Day. They just say ain't no evidence, but they don't present no evidence. They just say ain't no evidence. Well, you know we gonna keep presenting the evidence, but it's just places. A lot of these countries they keep this Valentine's. In some Arab places, they starting to keep this mess. You know, you can read all this on your own. But in the United States, 190 million Valentine's Day. 100, and you can imagine how much money that is, can't you? Now this is a free book you can get. You can go to www.truthofliving.god.org. Fred Coulter. This is his book of cult holidays, and he got Valentine's Day in there. Read that, Josh.
Valentine's Day is a pagan festival that encourages celebrated precisely 13 days after.
You skipped some stuff. Oh, I see. The sign, the rap ministry sign is blocking some of your view. So I'll read it. It said Valentine's Day is a pagan festival that encourages physical lust. It says it is celebrated precisely 13 days after Imbolc, which is a witch holiday. Thus, it carries the number 13, Satan's number of extreme rebellion. Keep reading, Josh.
Which most people view this day as the day to honor your wife or your lover. This celebration is esteemed in paganism.
It's steeped
in paganism. Considered the camouflage occult gods of Valentine's Day. Cupid, the son of Venus, is really Tammuz, son of Semiramis. Jupiter, the head deity, a sun god, is Nimrod, Semiramis' husband. And Venus, the daughter of Jupiter, is really Semiramis herself, the queen of heaven.
So stop right there. If these fellas right here, what's the name? Bruce Forbes and Alban Butler can say what they want to say. Can Fred Coulter say what he want to say? But his stuff, it has biblical proof, and I'm gonna show it to you. All of these names, Tammuz, Jupiter, Cupid, they said that the Christian priest wore rings with who image on it? Cupid. Keep reading. Go to Nigel Pinnock, brother Josh.
Nigel Pinnock, author of the Pagan Book of Days, described February, the month in which Valentine's Day falls. The name of this month comes from the Roman goddess February and Saint Februana. She is the patroness of the passion of love.
Yeah. Her what?
Her orgastic rites.
Just like orgasmic type stuff. Go.
Okay. Rites are celebrated on the 14th February, still observed as St. Valentine's Day when in Roman times. young men would draw billets naming their female partners. This is a time of clear vision into other worlds.
Yes. Oh, you stop right there. But that's where you get your passing out your Valentine's cards. You know, I seen some little kids with Valentine's. They would list with their whole class rosters on. I just saw it last week. They going home with these because guess what they gonna do? On whatever day they hold their parties, they're gonna be writing "Be My Valentines" to everybody. They're gonna pass out a card to everybody in the class, don't they? I've been around this in almost 20 years now in being a public school teacher. And myself, when I was in public school in elementary, my mama used to have to buy, she bought 4 packs of Valentine's Day cards for all me and my 3 sisters, and we put all our classmates' name on them. We pass them out, eat candy, be my Valentine, drawing Cupid and drawing hearts with the arrow through it and everything. Did you experience that in school too? We all have, because we love the world. We are the world. We are the cheering. We are the ones. We are saving our own lives. Sound good, don't it? What is associated? We know hearts, Cupid, arrows, cards, chocolates, flowers, stuffed animals, don't it? I bought my wife a stuffed animal before. I meant to put the picture with it because my oldest daughter was a little baby, and I took a picture of her sitting right next to the bear. It was so cute, wasn't it? Should have put it in here. Oh boy, let's see. Cars, chocolates, flowers, stuffed animals. All right, here we go. But why is chocolate used? Because it's a what? What did they say, Auntie?
Aphrodisiac.
What's the root word of aphrodisiac? It's a god, a goddess. Aphrodite. That's where it comes from. It says a food or drink or drug that stimulates sexual desire. At Valentine's Day, is that we see in their heart right there? Is that true, Auntie? Do men get this to their woman?
They do.
Don't they? But is chocolate an aphrodisiac? What foods are known for aphrodisiac? Artichokes, asparagus, chocolate, figs, oysters, spicy chili peppers, strawberries, watermelon, spicy chili peppers. Sterling, I think you know something about some spicy chili peppers, bro. Sterling's father-in-law gave him the hottest chili ever. Didn't he say that, Josh?
I believe so. Yeah, at the wedding.
He gave it to him. He said, I gave him the hottest one. He said, Sterling asked for seconds. It was supposed to run Sterling off. But Sterling said, it was good. Give me another bite. Brother Sterling loved him some Sophia. He took that hot chili pepper. No, and he gonna take more than the hot chili pepper to run me off, bro. Like on this movie called Deliver Us from Evil with LL Cool J and what's her name? Gabrielle Union. She was known to make hot food to run dudes off. And LL Cool J ate some, and she was just looking at him. And he said, just like I like it. Give me some more. That's Sterling. Could run Sterling out. But they are that's why this is a day of passion, lust, and desire. And you give them chocolates, they make them want to what? Woman wants you to take them out to dinner, take them to a movie, get them some chocolates, a gift, and what you get at the end, and what do people get at the end of the night, Auntie? Some lingerie draws. Some lingerie draws. You know lingerie draws, Josh?
Lingerie draws. That lingerie?
Yeah. Lingerie. Yeah. Yeah, man. But let's get back to it. Let's look at this Cupid. You know Cupid? You know, because I be telling y'all, stop acting stupid, Cupid. When I talk about you need to be the most high priest, not these pagan priests. But Cupid, read that, Josh, about Cupid.
In classical mythology, Cupid, meaning passionate desire, is the god of desire, erotic love, attraction, erotic love, attraction, and affection. He is often portrayed as the son of the love goddess Venus and the god of war Mars.
Wait. Who on these Christian priest rings?
Cupid.
Cupid. Get out there. So you say, well, it's a Christian holiday about Saint Valentine, and he was trying to let people love and get married, and he was died and beheaded. But these same priests, Catholic priests, wear what? Them rings with who thing on it? Cupid image. Did I make this up? Chess? You looking like you wish I had. we gonna skip down to the bottom. It says in the yellow, shown drawing his bow. Read that, Josh.
Shown drawing his bow to inspire romantic love, often as an icon of Valentine's Day.
He's an icon of who?
Valentine's Day.
And when you look up the word like idol in the New Testament, you're gonna see the word icon. Which means just icon. He's an idol. Icon means idol. That's all it means. He's an idol. And I ain't gonna read. You can read all this stuff on. I just want you to see these. Just Eros is a god, Mars is a god. All of this stuff. Mercury and Diana. Read down at the bottom. No. Read at the same time, Josh. At the same time, the Eros. Read that.
At the same time, the Eros, who was pictured as a boy or slim youth, was regarded as the child of divine couple.
Of a who?
Divine couple.
That's Nimrod and Semiramis. Skip down in Latin literature.
In Latin literature, Cupid is usually treated as the son of Venus without reference to a father.
All right, and skip to the next yellow you see.
The first Cupid was the son of Mercury and Diana.
Well, who?
Mercury and Diana.
Okay, read the second of Mercury. Read that.
And the third of Mars.
And the third of who?
Mars.
I'm just trying to tell y'all these are other gods associated with it. We ain't gonna read all of this. You'll see this. Did I make this stuff up? Read down at the bottom. This is let me see. I want to show you that this God, that Cupid is the god that doesn't have a temple. Read the ancient Roman Cupid.
The ancient Roman Cupid was a god who embodied desire, but he had no temples or religious practices independent of other Roman deities such as Venus, whom he often accompanies as a side figure in cult statues.
Keep reading.
A Cupid might appear among the, and then I'm cut off right there.
A Cupid might appear among the several statuettes for private devotion in a household shrine, but there is no clear distinction between figures of veneration and those displayed as art or decoration. This is the distinction from his Greek equivalent Eros, who was commonly worshipped alongside his mother Aphrodite. What I wanted you to see is he did not have a what? A temple that I do today. I'll read this, Josh. Cupid became more common in Roman art from the time of Augustus, the first Roman emperor. He became what? More common in Roman art so the problem, the thing is, Yeshua wouldn't have had nothing to do with this stuff. What you talking about? Just because it says Augustus right there. That's when you got to know your Caesars. You got to know your Caesars. You ask the average Christian, name the 4 Caesars that was in the Bible. They gonna say Little Caesars. Talking about the pizza. If they don't say Little Caesar, the next Caesar they gonna say is Julius Caesar. Eat et tu, Brute. That's what they gonna name. But these are take a screenshot of it. You need to learn this. Caesar Augustus was during his time in the 31 BC to 14 AD. Yeshua was born during his reign. How you know? You can look in Luke 2:1. Tiberius was 14 AD to 37 AD. Yeshua's ministry was dated by Yeshua started his ministry during his reign. He paid tribute. He says it's lawful to pay taxes. Yeshua paid tribute. When he paid tribute, Tiberius was the Caesar. Claudius Caesar. This after Yeshua's time. You can see in Acts 11:28. Nero. Now, this was the crazy Caesar. That dude was off his rocker. But Paul dealt with him. But so we know all of this junk, Cupid was being worshipped around the time that Yeshua walked the earth, wasn't he? After he left the earth, these Roman bishops, much later on, wearing Cupid on their rings. The eldership, the priests. But we, happy Valentine's Day. Hey, Sugar Booger, happy Valentine's Day. Everybody, even people that been mad at each other for a long time, that day show make them, it's all right. They had what they call it, that breakup makeup, you know, whatever. Break up to make up, that's all we do. You know that song, Auntie?
Yes, I do.
Hey, Chamber Sons, we see you. Break up to make up, that's all we do. Brother, how come you sing no more words? I don't know the rest.
You love me, and you leave me.
You love me and you leave me. What else? It's a game for fools. Is that right? A game for fools. Valentine's Day is a game for fools. Y'all hear me? Do you hear me? But I want to go down to the bottom, Josh, in that green box. What it say about Cupid?
Cupid was the enemy of chastity.
He's the enemy of what is chastity? Anybody know what that means? Saving yourself. Put your husband or your wife. He's the enemy of chastity. I read this. It says, and the poet Ovid opposes him to Diana, the virgin goddess of the hunt, who likewise carries a bow, but who hates Cupid passion-provoking arrows. He shot you. He has Cupid shot you with an arrow. If he shoot an arrow at me, I'm gonna catch it and break it over my knee. You hear me? I'm gonna catch it. Look, break it over my knee. Y'all don't know I'm cold, man. I'm stone cold. But demon of fornication, he is also seen as a demon of fornication. I ain't gotta get into all of this, but all of these gods and goddesses, y'all see this, man. This ain't none of this new. Look at this. All modern religions come from Baal and Semiramis. They named by haven't we seen some of these words today? Mars, Cupid, Mercury, ain't we?
Yes.
But we keep dibbling and dabbling in this mess. And when Yeshua come back to judge the whole earth and he said, tell you to go to my left, you're going to be like, wait a minute, what you doing? He going to say, oh, you worship other Elohim. No, I didn't. You kept Christmas? Yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You kept Easter? Yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You kept Valentine's Day? Yeah. Again, nothing to do with me. You see the names, just look at the names. That's all you gotta do is look at the names in the Bible. These names are in there. Jupiter and Mercury, ain't they? They have who? Verse 13, Josh, what did they have? What did Jupiter and Mercury have?
Then the priest of Jupiter, which was before the city, brought oxen and garlands unto the gates and would have done sacrifice with the people.
These folks had, all of these deities had priests. All of them. Trying to tell y'all, Paul, and I believe this was Paul and Silas. This was Paul and Silas. They had healed a man that couldn't walk. And so everybody told them, these are what verse 11 called Paul and Silas, Josh.
The gods are come down to us in the likeness of men.
So when they healed this man, they said, the gods have come down unto us. No, this was Paul and Barnabas. The God have come down to us in the likeness of men. And what they call Barnabas, Josh?
Jupiter and Paul,
they call Paul
Mercury.
That's right. And they have, so let's look up Jupiter and Mercury. Jupiter in English we see Jupiter, but in the Greek it is what, Josh? At the top left. Zeus. The word Jupiter in the Greek is Zeus. They called Barnabas Zeus, and they called Paul Mercury, which is Hermes. Which way you get the word hermaphrodite from? Do y'all know what a hermaphrodite is? You don't? You don't?
No.
No, a hermaphrodite is a person that's born with two organs, male and female. That's the divine hermaphrodite. That's why we got this big transgender craze. This the devil trying to force his will on the earth. Don't y'all understand this? The divine he, she. They used to worship. Man, I'm trying to tell you. I ain't making this stuff up. Y'all think I'm making this stuff up? But Zeus, you see it. This stuff is all in throughout your Bible. You should be, why this in the Bible? And then when we do see it in the Bible, they got priests, and Paul and Barnabas is like, we just regular men. Let's read that, Josh. Pick it up at verse 14.
Which when the apostle Barnabas and Paul heard of they rent their clothes and ran in among the people crying out.
Whoa. Josh, why were Paul and Barnabas, why did they rent their clothes? Why they tear their clothes up like Hulk Hogan?
Because you worship Yahuwah only.
Yes, they were trying to do sacrifice to Paul and Barnabas, calling them Jupiter and Mercury. We finna make sacrifices for y'all. And Paul and Barnabas said, no. They told you ever seen Hulk Hogan tie his shirt? Oh, let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. See, y'all don't know about this wrestling they got today. That ain't wrestling. That ain't wrestling. You know wrestling? Y'all don't know wrestling. John Cena. Yeah, he all right. But there ain't nobody like Ricky the Steamboat, Razor Ramon, the Bushwhackers. They don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. The Junkyard Dog. You remember the Junkyard Dog? The $1 million man, Ted DiBiase. They don't know nothing about that. Jerry Lawler. Pull that scrap down. Like, brother, pull your scrap back up. You got man boobs. Don't do that. King Cobra. Ooh, yeah. Randy the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Art thou bored? Step into a Slim Jim.
Tojo Yamamoto.
Yeah, Tojo Mama. Auntie know too. Lex Luthor. Do you know any of them people I just named, Josh?
Not too many of them. I don't think I know any of them.
See, y'all just know the
Hulk
Rock.
Hogan. I know Hulk Hogan. You know
Hulk Hogan. All right. You better know Hulk Hogan. See, they just know the Rock.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio. Yeah. You know him too. Yeah. They don't know no wrestling. We ain't call it wrestling. We call it wrestling. Huh? They don't know. But let me keep it pushing. Josh, pick it back up after they rent their clothes in verse 15.
And saying, sirs, why do you these things? We also are.
Sirs. No, they said sirs. Paul and Barnabas said sirs. I'm going to say sirs, ma'am. Why do you these things? I'm telling you, why do ye these things, Valentine Day participants? Go ahead.
We also are men of like passions with you.
Oh, like who?
Like passions.
What we talking? We talking about passion and lust and desires today. Go ahead, Josh.
And preach unto you that you should turn from these vanities unto the living Elohim, which made heaven and earth and the sea and all the things that are therein, who in times past suffered all nations to walk in their own ways.
Oh, he let them do that for a while. Now he don't want us doing that stuff no more. All that stuff is vain, folks. So we want to look at Mars. We saw Mars. Mars heals. AI tell us, yes, brother Ronnie. Mars Hill is also known as Areopagus in the ancient Greek. It's named after the Greek god of war Ares. The Roman equivalent is Mars. You know, Roman, where we get romance, romantic. It says, as legend states, Ares was tried on this hill by the other gods for the murder of Poseidon's son, Alethios. Essentially, the name translates to the hills of Ares or Mars Hill. Let's go to Acts chapter 17, because we talking about all these gods. We talking about Jupiter, Mercury, Diana, Venus, Cupid. Oh, we talking about all of them, right? Ain't we? Matter of fact, I want to go back real quick. We almost done. I just want to go back to some of these. Haven't we seen Aphrodite? Looking to the right, we see under Greece, we see Aphrodite. Who else?
Venus.
Greece. For the who corresponds with Aphrodite as the sun? Across. Just go straight across. Eros. The equivalent in Roman would be Venus and who? Cupid. Let's go to I'm gonna go to this. Let me see if I see so in Roman, look at here. On the right, it says Venus and Cupid. So let's go to the Rome on the left side. Who would be the father? Jupiter. Y'all better stop, man. And Diana. All of these are interchangeable, folks. But we just keep on doing this stuff, don't we? And then, but we let the Romans say, well, we Christianizing now because of what St. Valentine did. But then they still keep the old Cupid insignia. Let's keep it pushing. Let's go to Mars Hills. Read 22, Josh. We almost done.
Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious,
which in other translators say you too religious. Keep reading.
For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with the inscription to the unknown God, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, him I declare unto you.
They ignorantly worshiping. So we're going to take ignorantly worshiping. The men of Athens were worshiping Zeus as the father of heaven, when in actuality, the Most High Yah is the Father of heaven, which rendered him, meaning Zeus, worshipped in vain. They was worshiping Zeus, saying he created heaven and he did all of that. No, the Most High did all of that. Now, inversely, Christians today are worshiping the Most High Yah using other deities, holy or holidays, thus worshiping the Most High in vain. Y'all get that? You can't worship Zeus as your worship is vain. It's vain. But let's get back to it. Keep reading that, Brother Josh.
Elohim that made the world and all the things therein, seeing that he is master of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Neither is he worshipped with men's hands, as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all life and breath and all things, and have made of one blood, that's the first Adam, all nations of men for to dwell on the face of the earth, and have determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation, that they should seek Yahweh, if happily they might feel after him and find him, though he be not far from every one of us.
Not far. He wants you to reach out for him. But again, they're ignorantly worshiping. Christians today are, I'm going to say it again, are worshiping the Most High using other deities. The Most High strictly forbids that in Deuteronomy 28 through 32. Read that. Or 30 through 32. That's what it should say. I took 28 and 29 out. Go ahead and read, Josh.
Take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them after they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Even so I do likewise. Thou shalt not do so unto Yahuwah thy Elohim, For every abomination to Yahuwah, which he hateth, have they done unto their Elohims, for even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods. What things soever I command you, observe to do it. Thou shalt not add thereunto, nor diminish.
Whoa. The Most High has already outlined what days we should be honoring, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So, is Valentine's Day an addition?
Yes.
It's an addition. Y'all think these young people, they be like, he just taking everything away. No, I'm trying to save your soul alive. You hear me? Let's keep it go back here. Pick it up at verse 28.
For in him we live and move and have our being.
Wait, whoa. Brother Josh, who did that say that's wrote by?
Critica by
Epimenides.
Crescia
by Epimenides. Paul is quoting directly from some other sources. But when I read Jasher, y'all, we folks have a coronary. Keep reading.
As certain also of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring.
That's by who?
Him of Zeus, by the
Sicilian poet Aratus. Yeah, we got to get you up on the French and the Greek. We got to get you up. See, he read the Bible good. It be the worldly stuff. He be like, man, I don't know what this is. You don't never mess up on the script, too. Maybe I should just read the worldly stuff and you stick to the scriptures.
That sounds like a good plan right there.
Now he doing a great job though. But I'm just well read up on a lot of this stuff. I know how to say it. You know, it says, "Go ahead, Josh." Verse 29.
For as much then as we are the offspring of Elohim, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone, graven by art and man's device. In the times of this ignorance, Elohim winked at. But
he winked at. Hold on. He winked at worshiping all these other gods, Cupid and stuff. He winked at it. He said they ignorant. They don't know they should be worshiping me. But now that I send my son and he declared everything to them, they are only to worship who? Me.
Mm-hmm.
Keep reading, Josh.
But now commandeth all men everywhere to repent.
And who? Some men in some places, Josh.
Everywhere. All
he said,
men.
All men. A few men in a couple of scattered places. No, all men everywhere. If you a man living in a cardboard box, he talking to you. If you a man living in a 50-room mansion, he talking to you.
Amen.
If you a man living in a 4-bedroom house, he talking to Brother Ronnie. Yeah. He talking to you.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Keep it reading, Josh. Keep it pushing, Josh.
Because he hath appointed a day in which he will judge the world in righteousness by that man.
That second man, that last Adam. What he do to who he have what?
Whom he hath ordained, wherefore he hath given assurance unto all men, in that he hath raised him from the dead.
He coming back. He rose from the dead, meaning he didn't commit no sin, so he now has the right to judge your behind. He can't judge you if he didn't do right too, but he done right. And he want you to also be a judge because he's giving you a grace period to also learn how to do right too.
Amen.
That's why he said you're going to sit on the 12 thrones of Israel, helping him judge the nations. The Bible say that. You know that, don't you?
Yes.
But let's go to this sacred heart. You see that there? You see it? Why you think we see, don't we hear, when I was in elementary school, we used to draw a little heart with an arrow through it. Y'all ever drew that? You ever drawn that? That's the sacred heart. You must know who? The sacred heart. Hey, y'all tell us. The sacred heart of Yeshua is a symbol of God's love for humanity and a central part of Catholic or widespread devotion. Broad devotion. Liberal devotion. All-encompassing, all-embracing devotion. They say, what does it mean? The sacred heart is a symbol of Jesus. See, this how they justify it. They just make up some nice sounding stuff. Don't that sound good, don't it? The Sacred Heart is a symbol of Jesus' love for humanity. Oh my goodness, he loves us. No, the Bible said he loves those that obey him. It represents Jesus, and I'm purposely saying Jesus redemptive suffering for the world. It symbolized Jesus' willingness to lay down his life for people. It is a symbol of the divine and human love that Jesus has for his Father and for the people. How is it practiced? The Sacred Heart is a central part of Catholic devotion. Man, I'm about to throw up here. This stuff making me sick. The Sacred Heart. This is from GotQuestion.org. The devotion of the Sacred Heart spread informally until it was popularized by Margaret Mary Alacoque in 1647. None of us was on this earth then, were we? She was a nun, meaning she don't understand none of the commandments. They are a nun. They don't get none, and they don't expect, and they don't know none of the commandments, do they? Especially remember the Sabbath, keep it holy. Doggone priests and nuns, they tell them you gotta live a celibate life. But later on, they finding dead babies under monasteries because the priest and the nun was getting it on. We can't let nobody know that we broke our vow of chastity. Do you know they've been finding stuff like that? Give them up. Forget that life of chastity. It felt good, didn't it? Yeah, keep doing it. Be fruitful and multiply. Get out this wide, broad, eclectic way of life that they got you doing. Yeah, y'all like I made that up on the spot. None. I ain't getting none, and they don't know none of the commandments. Oh boy. It says under the influence of her convent advisor, Jesuit priest Claude de whatever they say. I'm like Josh, I don't know all that. Margaret Mary practiced fervent devotions of the Sacred Heart in them. She experienced visions and revelations that were reported to result in ecstasy. Now she was on some ecstasy. In June 1675, while praying about the devotion, Mary had a vision known as the Great Apparition, and her name would be Mary, in which she claimed to have seen Christ showing her his heart on a flaming throne. Do we see any of that in the Bible? But we done seen prophets have vision of them sitting on the throne, and none of them had no flaming heart sitting on no throne. But she done 1600 years later, she done seen that though. Surrounded by thorns and surmounted by a cross, and he told her it was his will that a special devotion should be offered to his Sacred Heart in reparation for irreverences committed against him in the most holy sacrament, and that the Friday after octave of Corpus Christi should he be set apart for devotion. That's Catholic mess. In her visions, Margaret Mary supposedly received 12 promises from Yeshua. He didn't tell his disciples everything they need to know when he was here. For those to honor his Sacred Heart. What the Bible says, honor thy Sacred Heart.
He doesn't change.
Watch this, down at the bottom. The Roman Church, however, still doubts. They say her mess ain't for real. They was doubting. No, I don't know. A throne on a heart on a with a arrow through it or whatever it is, flaming sitting on the throne talking about the 12. Man, get out of here. They probably like, I don't know. But the Sacred Heart, the heart pierced by Cupid's arrow, is a symbol of love and desire that appears in Christianity. Where else? Hinduism, and what? Mythology. These people ought to stop. It says, in Christianity, the heart pierced by an arrow symbolized carnal love, infatuation, or being love struck. Don't that sound like some Cupid stuff? The Sacred Heart is often depicted as a flaming heart with a lance wound, a crown of thorns, and a cross. Let's look at it in Hinduism. Cupid's heart symbolized, they let you know that it's just Cupid's heart. The Sacred Heart is what? Cupid's heart, really. Do you see how they mixing and matching and swapping and swapping? In mythology, the heart pierced by an arrow comes from mythology of Cupid, the Roman god of love and desire. You can read the rest of it. The two Babylons. It talk about this stuff too. Look at that, the sacred heart. It was so in where, Josh?
Ancient Babylon.
Ancient Babylon. Keep reading.
As is evident from the Babylonian system as it appeared in Egypt, there also a sacred heart was venerated. The heart was one of the sacred symbols of Osiris when he was born again and appeared as
Hippocrates,
or the infant divinity born in the arm of his mother, Isis.
Skip down to therefore the fruit of the Egyptian Persia. I ain't said. You see it. Therefore, the fruit of the Egyptian, I'll just read it. Persia was particularly sacred to him from his resemblance to the human heart. Skip down, brother Josh. Who this heart is for in the yellow?
As Cupid or the gods of love.
I ain't making this stuff up. Auntie, can you see it? Mm-hmm. Should we be doing Valentine's Day? We ain't gonna read all it. We just showing you Jupiter, Apollo, Dionysus. Go watch the Olympic class. You learn about him. Go to the comedy class. You know that y'all remember the comedy class we did, the comedian class. Yeah.
We worship another God.
Yes. Fossilized customs even tell you. We ain't gonna read all this, but fossilized customs. I'm trying to tell you. Just read this so y'all get it, don't you?
Yes.
Lupercalia. We already read about this. You'll see this stuff. I ain't making this stuff up. Watch this. We are gonna read this. Read that, Josh. Valentine's Day.
When lovers express their affection with greetings and gifts, given their similarities, it has been suggested that the holiday has origins in the Roman festival of Lupercalia.
Okay, suggested. So some people say, see, it just they suggested. Let's see what suggestion means. Most people don't know what suggestion means. It says proposal, proposition, motion, submission, a recommendation. It has been recommended. You ever heard somebody say it comes with high recommendations? Advice, counsel, exhortation. It's a hint. It's letting you know. Lubricate. Hint. Let me give you a hint. What is Valentine's Day? Let me give you a hint. Got something to do. Lupercalia. Got something to do with Lupercalia in case the folks in the back row didn't hear me. A hint, a tip, a clue, a tip off. It has been a tip off, a hint, a clue. Look down, it says a hint, implication, intimation, innuendo. You know, when somebody says something has sexual innuendo, until you ain't listening up. What is when somebody say innuendo, what that mean? Undertones. It's a trace. Back here talking. I got to do you like, and I brought this on purpose right here. What is this little thing called, Auntie? This little piece right here. A dropper. All right, Auntie. There's some doo-doo water in here. Can you go in there and give me that bottle of water off this? You'll see 2 bottles of water. Bring me a bottle of water. This is a doo-doo dropper. Because it says a hint, a trace. What's this? This is pure water right here, ain't it? This is Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. Lupercalia. This doo-doo right here, too. This water ain't never been touched. Doo-doo. Put a little drop of, just a drop of doo-doo. That's it. That's all. Come on, drink this.
I don't think so.
Get you a sip, huh?
No problem. No, thank you.
No, thank you. That's the same thing. You see how it's just a hint, a trace, a drop. Even though the Roman Catholics cleaned it up. Nobody don't want to drink this drop of doo-doo water. Wait, it's 100% clean water, 99.9% clean water, 0.1 doo-doo. I'm saying, but it got a trace in it. Josh, you want to sip?
Nah, I'm okay.
It's suggested doo-doo.
She said it suggested that's doo-doo. It's doo-doo. Valentine's Day is some doo-doo. You hear me? Does it type one in there if you get that analogy? Because if you don't, I gotta explain it to everybody for the next 45 minutes. Auntie said she typing one quick. She gonna type one for everybody. Wow. But it says, pick that up, Josh, at given their similarities.
Given their similarities, it has been suggested that the holiday has origins in Rome festival of Lupercalia, held in the mid-February. The festival, which celebrates the coming of spring, included fertility, rites, and the pairing off of women with men by lottery.
Keita like said, doo-doo water. I just gotta keep it real with you. It's doo-doo water. Madison, come on, get a sip of this doo-doo water. That's how you see how we supposed to. You see how everybody. When somebody offer you another Sabbath or another holy day, you should be the same way. No. That's doo-doo water. Great analogy. But see, we want our passions. Keep reading, Josh.
At the end of the 5th century, Pope Gelasius.
That's the dude you see down up under this caption. That's him. What'd he do?
Forbid the celebration of Lupercalia, and is sometimes attributed with replacing it with St. Valentine's Day, but the true origin of the holiday is vague at best.
Vague, trace. You can't see the doo-doo. Can you see that drop that I put in there? You can't see it, but it's there.
Yep.
What if I boil it, Auntie, and boil the doo-doo impurities out?
Still don't want it.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
What if you was on a desert island and wasn't nobody coming? They told you you gonna die if you don't drink this water.
Baby.
You may drink it then. No, you supposed to be like the men that refuse to eat pigs. You say, you know what? Well, I see y'all in paradise.
I can't bless it and drink it.
No, you can't bless no doo-doo and drink it. I'm sorry. But anyway, we're not gonna look at this. But you see, the place where the Palatine Hills was in Rome, the 7 hills of Rome. The Bible talk about it, but you can read all that on your own. We're not gonna read this. We're just gonna show you that this beast is the same beast. All of that stuff. We're gonna just read a little bit of this. Read, Josh. Start at Revelation 13:1.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up of the sea, and 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there. What I want you to see is that this beast that John is seeing, he's seeing the old ancient beast, but it's actually still the same today. This stuff has just been resurrected. Read verse 13, verse 3.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound, which is Rome, was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast.
Yeah, you can stop. No. Who gave them their power though, Josh? In verse 4.
And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
Who is the dragon, Josh?
Satan.
All of these religious things goes all the way back to Nimrod. When he did what he did, and then the Most High scattered them, and we had so many different languages. That's why all this stuff is called Jupiter. This, that, this civilization calling this, and this. This civilization calling this, and this. But this stuff has been reborn. All of America is just like Rome, ain't it?
Yeah.
Got coliseums with football be playing and everything. No. don't we?
Yes.
But what we want to show you, we got a great whore. That whore is Semiramis. What color is the beast in verse 3, Josh?
Scarlet.
Josh,
Scarlet.
there?
Yeah,
Scarlet.
Scarlet. I was trying to read it.
Oh, what color is scarlet, Josh?
I'm assuming red.
It's red. Scarlet is red. But this great whore, all the kings of the earth, everybody. Read verse 2.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Pornea, all of it, porn. Go watch that class, man. Skip down to verse 5.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. Abominations of
the earth. Mystery Babylon. All you got to do, the Most High wants you to figure out the mystery. If it's calling Babylon the Great, the first thing you need to do is go back and see who? Babylon. What were they doing? That's all you got to do. And who created Babylon? Nimrod. It got to go back to him and whoever this whore is. His wife, who made up the whole elaborate story when he was killed. Y'all better stop. Well, who killed him? Well, we got different contradiction sources. Some say that Shem killed him. Some people say that Shem killed him. In Jasher, it says that Esau killed him. That Esau killed him. But my thing could be, I could say two things can be different but right at the same time. Could it be that Shem put him up to it? Could be, couldn't it? But anyway, we're gonna skip to this whore. This whore. She said she sit a what, Josh?
A queen.
She sits a what?
Queen.
She sits a who?
A queen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But nobody ever tell us who this queen is, don't they? It's a mystery. The Most High wants you to figure it out. But it starts all at what? What city in verse 10, Josh in the red?
That great city, Babylon.
Look at all these she's and hers. Nobody's ever has any preacher besides me or any other preacher that knows the truth. But on average, has any of your preachers ever told you who the she's and hers are and herself is, Josh?
No.
No. Have they?
No.
I know Ella Creamer told you.
He did.
He did. I know. What's his name? Your last preacher. The bishop. What's his name? Yeah, GE. I know he told you one time. Did he tell you who the he, the herself, and the she? But you a card member. You say you a card carrying Kojic member to the day you die. Isn't that what you say? But he ain't told you the whole truth. Card carrying member. Give me that card, man. I rip that stuff up. But yeah, but that's all I want you guys to see. And it's all what, Brother Josh and Green?
Thy sorceries will all nations deceive.
Everybody is under sorcery. They think that it's okay to celebrate Valentines with your sugar booger. Don't they? It is not okay. We're not going to read it. It's just other stuff you can go to about all these gods. Because guess what? We, the temple. Cupid don't got no temple today, but he do got some temples today. Who? Us who celebrating his holiday. Paul said what in verse 16 and 17 of 1 Corinthians 3, Josh?
Know ye not that you are the temple of Elohim, and that the spirit of Elohim dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of Elohim, him shall Elohim destroy, for the temple of Elohim is holy, which temple ye are.
Do y'all think he would have a problem with us doing that, celebrating Valentine's Day? He would have a big problem. What are we, Josh? We what?
Your
We what at the top? What are we?
living sacrifices.
We living sacrifices. We got to stay away from all of that mess. All of it.
That's right.
Get in these scripts. Get in these scripts. Every day. We ain't gonna read this because they always tell you Leviticus is for who? Did Jupiter? We saw Paul and Barnabas being called Jupiter and Mercury, didn't it? Did they have priests?
Yes.
And we see that Jupiter's son is who? The dude with the arrow. Cupid. But then Jupiter and Mercury, they had priests that was finna make sacrifice for Barnabas and Paul, weren't they? So, who is Jupiter's son? Who the whole class about? Cupid.
Yeah, you let the young, they remember.
You supposed to remember. Yes, that's the son. So if you're celebrating Valentine's Day, you're Cupid's priest. You letting Cupid in your temple. You agree with that, Josh?
Yes.
I ain't making this stuff up because look at it. How many don't every week I tell y'all to stop acting stupid, Cupid? No. Stop acting stupid, Cupid. You're not Mercury and you're not Jupiter's and Cupid's priest. You're not. But if you're celebrating the day that has serious Cupid undertones, suggestions, trays in the window. Why my chair's got a snagger tooth right there? She done made her a bed. These youngsters, but let some movies be on. They got the full attention, don't they? Y'all got it good. I let you out in 2.5 hours. In Israel, they there from morning to midday, 6 hours. Yes, Cupid, Mama J. Pope. The oldest trick in the book, deception. Yes, Mama J. Pope. Yeah, Calvin Ben Yehuda said, you can't bless no doo-doo. That's what, yeah. No preacher not going to tell you this. I'm going to tell it to you. Look, because what? Don't stop acting stupid. We are supposed to be priests to the Most High. We ain't going to read this because we've been reading this the last few weeks, ain't we? You see it. This is just all the place. You're a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. We're supposed to be priests of Yahuwah, not priests of Jupiter and Cupid. You see it. You want to step foot back in this temple, huh? In the tabernacle that's coming down out the sky. Do you want to step back into it?
Yes.
Josh, do you want to step back into it?
Step into it all the way.
Because we saw that Yeshua was the door. And Auntie on the phone with me this week said, I wanted to say that when you said that Yeshua is the door to the tabernacle, I wanted to say he do tell us to knock. He do. When he knocked, he said, open it up. Didn't he? But we know ain't nothing but holiness and righteousness dwelling in there. You can't come up in there dirty. Man, get out of here. You saw that. We living. You see this? We supposed to be living priests of the Most High. He want our what? Inwards. See, Cupid wants your inward. That's why he shoot it with an arrow. He wants your inward, your inner part, the seat and thought of your emotions. On Valentine's Day, we got a lot of horny toes running around, don't we?
He wants the blood sacrifice.
That's what he want.
Shoot your heart.
Shoot your heart. Everybody going to a dinner for Cupid. When my dinner ain't for Cupid, the blocks of chocolate that your lover gave you, come over here, lover. That your lover gave you got a Cupid with a shooting at that.
I used to make my reservation first and
Auntie said she made her Valentine's Day reservations on January the 1st. At the best restaurant in town. McDonald's? Oh, you ain't got to make no reservation for McDonald's, Auntie. You can just drive up. I told y'all, Auntie is the bougiest Hebrew Israelite I know in my life. You give her some food, she turn her nose up at it. You just, oh, come on into my hotel. She looking there. You want to know how I know? Because I went on a trip to New York with her and my cousin Darius, and we stayed in an $800 a night hotel. I ain't paid, they paid. If you ain't coming with $800 hotel, auntie ain't trying to stay. She highfalutin, ain't you? But the Most High want us to live like that, don't he? If you keep his law, statutes, and commandments, you will live like that. It don't matter the brother running. Hey, if they tell me, hey, what you how much the hotel cost? Yeah, it's $300 a night. I'm gonna stay in this van outside. That's how I do. Oh yeah, I got a tent. He wanted liver. He wants your inner parts, and so does Cupid. Cupid wants it too, and Cupid ain't nothing but the devil. Trying to tell y'all, get with it, man. Become a priest. He wants your inward parts. I'm just showing you all the scriptures that's talking about this. He want that. The fat, the kidney, the liver, and all of it got most of those things. The kidneys and the liver, what they do? They filter the what? The blood. You just saw all that. So y'all thought we was gonna read all that. No, I'm just telling you. We supposed to what? Read that, Josh.
Hear, O Yisrael, Yahuwah Elohim is one master, and thou shalt love Yahuwah the Elohim with all thine heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's what he want. Cupid wanted too. Heart. Auntie, Mama J posted that was a beautiful thing she heard today when you said knock at the door. That's true. Mama J Pope. All right. The soul. He want all of that, guys. He wants your reins. He wants your hearts. But we chasing out the Cupid hearts. Now, this is the last one, and we out of here. Everybody can't wait till the end. Read that, Josh.
And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end.
Whoa. Josh, what does Alpha and Omega mean? What that mean?
First and last.
First and last. He talking about I'm the Aleph and the Tau. Psalm 119, the whole chapter. That's what he's saying. That's me. Everything you read in there, that's me. Keep reading.
The first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have a right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city.
You know that tabernacle that's gonna come out the sky. And I was talking to Josh. I said, we calling this place where we are, where we worshiping every Shabbat now. We calling this bad boy the upper room, the upper room, or the upper tabernacle. We got to come up to get up in here, don't we? You got to come up, get on the elevator. Well, I take the stairs. I don't trust the elevator, but I take the stairs. And you get up here, you see this the upper room. You ain't gonna get nothing but what's taught there. You ain't gonna get nothing but what's taught from heaven. That's what you gonna get. You hear me? This the upper room, the upper tabernacle.
Yes.
You hear me? We got the how many lamps you see over there?
7.
How many? I don't want to put belly and ball spot on camera, but that's now y'all might think I be mean with Unc, but me and Unc, don't we go way back? We go way back. Roommates before, one we go way back. So I can mess with him like that.
Okay.
So don't be thinking he doing his uncle wrong. No, we ace boon coons, brothers. So, but yeah, we got 7 menorah lamps over there on some gold, ain't they? They gold and they sitting on gold, ain't it? Beautiful. I'm gonna do a video and show everybody. Type 1 if you would like to see that. If you want me to do a video to show you the gold and everything. The type 1. I might do a video this week for you. But anyway, keep reading, Josh.
For without the dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers.
Who, Josh? Who?
Whoremongers.
Dogs and who? Dogs
Sorcerers.
and who? Sorcerers. Didn't we just read that the Queen of Heaven is in sorcery?
Yes.
Keep reading.
and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
Followers of
I
Messiah are allowed to partake in the feast day of Valentine's Day. Is that the truth or a lie, Josh?
That would be a lie.
That would be a lie. Keep reading.
I, Yahusha, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and offspring of David and the bright and morning star. And the Spirit and the bride say,
Come!
and let him that heareth say,
Come!
and let him that is athirst,
Come!
and whosoever will, let him take of the water of life freely.
Brothers and sisters, get out this Valentine's Day. Please stop it. The Most High is not amused, and the Most High is not pleased. What I want to do right now is thank Brother Josh for coming on in today. Appreciate you, bro. Get that brother a hand. Thank you for coming on in, man. He coming through for us a lot. He just coming through. We see you, Brother Woody, but he coming through. He coming through with us. Man, coming in. We need the brother. You know, shout out to Brother Kendall Winston too. Brother Ken shared the ministry on Instagram and got 4 subscribers overnight just because he shared it on Instagram. So we are at 986 and 14 away. They keep playing with our numbers. Thank all of you guys. Appreciate you. You know I'm gonna do a holiday class every time the holiday come up, just to remind you, in case you getting weak, and you I gotta do it. My new girlfriend, my new boyfriend say I better get them something. So I love every last one of you. Appreciate you. Ohio crew, everybody. I didn't greet everybody. Ohio crew. I ain't gonna even start naming folks. Love everybody. We got up to 33 people, still got 29. Love and appreciate everybody that's here. We're gonna be back next week, most high willing, with a great teaching. I'm doing this. I might be doing a special request. I'm working on it now. I might be. What somebody wanted to know. When does the Sabbath day begin? Do it start in the evening or do it start in the sun and the break it? We gonna show them what it is. So I might be.
Somebody said you on.
I'm on mute. It don't say I'm on mute.
Y'all can hear me?
Josh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Then we ain't on mute. It might just be their stuff. No, I ain't on mute, bro. It don't say we on mute, but love and appreciate everybody. You know where to go for prayer requests and Bible questions, rapministry.org. Really appreciate everybody. Key to Life and Josh and Sister Sophie. I'm gonna send y'all some tracking devices, a tracking number, some tracking numbers. I mailed y'all something out. I mailed y'all something, so I want you to be able to. I'm just gonna text it to y'all. A picture of it so y'all will be able to track what's coming out to you. Love and appreciate everybody. Oh, feast days, calendars. If you would like one, hit me up. I emailed as many people as I could. I know I missed some people, but if you would like a feast day calendar, hit me up at rapministry.org and or what's our email? That's bad. I don't remember. Hold on. Or you can email us at rapministries0711 That's rapministries0711 or you can just go to the website rapministry.org, hit contact us and hit fill in the fields and then just say calendar and I'll get you one. Yeah, not tracking devices. tracking numbers. See, I ain't gonna turn it that way, but this is a tracking number. He said, "Are we in trouble tracking devices?" But love and appreciate everybody. Thank everybody for making all this happen with our ministry. We growing by leaps and bounds, numbers, financially, people wise. It's just great. It's just a great thing to see. Love and appreciate everybody. I try to get a video out to everybody. Go out, be an ambassador, because Yeshua might be the people. You might be the only Yeshua or Torah people see. Go out and represent him right. The King is about to return, so act like it. We out.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.